I've always struggled with my feet, so inside of this box should be some new ones, some heavenly feet, or perhaps a heavenly vacuum cleaner. This box is part of some stuff from another collector. I think we're going to need to go through a second box as well to get all of the stuff ready in one place, because I've just realised that there's a couple of bits missing. We'll see how far we get. Let's have a look at the next batch of projects. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? Yep, bit of a mixture in this box. There's a couple of things that we need to do. So we shall start off by opening this first package. Inside of package number one isn't actually anything to do with these machines at all. It is a Dyson DC02 top, and the chap is having issues getting the horrible fiddly seal onto there, and I do hope that this horrible fiddly seal is somewhere about this machine person, because I don't have one. We'll have a check as we go through. But yeah, so I'm going to get that seal on for him when I find it, and that can be a little separate thing. Right, what's next? Well, there's some bags for Electrolux machines. Very nice. We have this flex, which he wants me to fit to something, and I shall remember that at some point when we go through. Here it is. There's our seal for our Dyson. Yeah, it's very fiddly. You have to sit there for half an hour and feed it around the circuit. It's awful. If you have those DC04 release valve side, it's pretty much like that, but a lot worse. Right. What's in the third package? I think this is where we start to get to what I'm actually here to refurbish. Get this one open and have a look. The next thing inside of this box is a lovely little Electrolux Lite. Come on, out of the way, bubble wrap, we don't care about you. This very nice 1990 cylinder. I don't think we have the tools for this. I think the second box I have is its own thing. We just have these. Although these bags aren't for this, the seller has bags, but the owner has bags, but they're at his. Yes, oh, it hasn't got its little tools, but a very nice machine. Let's pop its lid. Yes, that's actually very clean. Let's turn it on. I'm not entirely sure we're here to do anything in terms of making it pretty. What we are going to be doing though, for the after video, is that's where this cable's going. I think that's fairly reasonable. I think this is a Miele flex. Certainly doesn't look like anything that would have been with it originally. Right. There. A little bit of a wind down. We could probably sort that. So yeah, that is in for not an awful lot. I guess we may as well carry on unboxing, and I'll turn this into the other two machines, which I think are a bit more complete rather than just little odd jobs. Apparently the other thing that didn't work on this, I just reread the messages, is the piston indicator. So it's to sort the bearings out, change the cable, see if we can get that working. No promises. And on this, I just need to, where is it? There, fit a seal. So that was box number one. This is box number two. There's a box number three, but that is something very different indeed. So we shall do that for another video, unless we realise that we have to. Here we are. This is box number two. It has a few more things in it. Oh, I've got one of these heads in grey. It's an Electrolux head. It's quite a nice head, cannot lie. Oh, hang on. I'll come over here and then I can empty out into there. Well, we're going to have to empty out this first. That is a big beeper. What else is there? hose. We have a telescoping wand, which might telescope. I think I'm probably just holding it wrong. Oh, that's not moving at all, but that's probably not our primary concern today. Now, what we need to look at is in this package. Yes, I am unwrapping all of this bubble wrap very carefully because I've got to post these machines back. And well, it wouldn't be very eco-friendly or recyclable if I just bin this brand new bubble wrap that I think the guy bought specifically to post me these. I've got to post them back. We have an Electrolux Mondo. Ooh, we've not had many of these. A very early 2000s machine from Electrolux with chunky plastic. Pretty decent machines though. Yes, this is what I think one of the bags are for, both of the bags, and it is quite filthy indeed. We won't put a bag in it to start with. We have no post motor filter at all, although I think these do. No, they don't work as a blower port. There's a round hole there. I thought you just plug the hose into that. No, you can't. If you don't have the original plug, we have a very plain Jane but pretty decent white plug on there. I think this is being changed. I do remember that being discussed. Right, let's. No, I've got to try. Ow! Put this down with there. There are no tools with this machine. There is a cradle thing that clips to here and holds 3 horrible little tools, and that is what you get with these. I think there were higher end versions. Here is its ratings plate. 1500 watts with an optional power nozzle. Might be able to potentially play with that at some point. Oh. But let's see how well it works as it is. Oh, it doesn't work. What? Ah. It's completely dead. So that's interesting, isn't it? Let's open up the plug. Has a fuse, that all seems fine. Oh dear. Yeah. That's not going to make any difference. It doesn't work. Well, that's the problem then, folks, isn't it? It doesn't work. I thought it should. I cannot lie, I do see the screws that we can take off this entire top panel, so I think we may as well have a quick look and see if it's just this button broken. Probably a big plastic thing that'll only be pushing on one little part, and if that's warped, that could be causing our trouble. So, find some tools and get some screws loose that aren't my own. Rereading the messages from blindness before Christmas when we spoke about this. Yeah, it did work, then it stopped working, and the guy thinks it was the switch as well. So undo our screws, and this part comes off, bringing this with it, and I am unplugged. As you can see, here we have. That one says 2010, doesn't it? The 1st of April 2010, but it can't be that late, surely. Oh, look, there's more stickers here. No, don't focus on that. Focus on this. Yeah. Don't understand the instructions. Something missing. Yeah. There's electricity missing. And the electricity will come from here. That means that this bit's warm. But that is now on. And if I stay away from the electrical part of it, that runs, but blimey, that's just blowing so much garbage everywhere. Excellent. So, I mean, that's like, yeah, problem is this, it's there, look, that pushes sideways against that switch. I mean, it might be okay, maybe it's just a bit gummed up, we'll have to see. That is switched off up there. Again, oh yeah, look, as soon as it goes to push down, it then jams. I wonder if we could just put a bob of grease on that. We just wipe away the grime from here and on the switch and these sliders for now. Again, this is why I strip things down and wash them, because it's all of this stuff, all the gritty dirt coming off, that makes most of the difference. So I'm just going to stick this little smear, if I can get it out. Probably going to do it on there. Oh. I mean, it is working, but I'm then having to, it's that push there that does it. I don't think I can do much about that. The only thing I can possibly think of is to just shave that leading edge of that switch down, because that's about all I can think to do. But for now, that's going to be it. That's how the speed control works. There's just two micro switches, and that bit there pushes left or right. That's pretty clever. No real dates to say if it is 2010 or not. I really don't think it is. I could be wrong though. Comment down below. Right, that needs to start its little journey to being in place. Perhaps this wants to go on here. Oh, it's such a pain it doesn't have that bag on it. That's one. I can have it the wrong way around. There you go. Then that slides onto there. And then when I pop the screws back in, it should all be clamped into place. At least we now know how hard to push that button. And then hopefully now, these things have amazing airflow. Obviously there's no filters. Right, that doesn't sound too bad. They're a bit screamery anyway. I think there'll be some sort of Amtech in here. Yeah, it's a good push. It bolts onto that. I think that wind down's all right. I think, there's going to be much more I can do to make that any better, but probably a lot more I can do to the whole machine itself. And there we go, including this, but we're not interested in that at the minute. 2 Electrolux cylinders, and I have to say, I'm quite poignant, the Lite, which was the 1980s, 1990s cheap cylinder, although they did have fancy versions that would have been on par with this, with power control and cord rewind. They probably would have been on sale at the same amount of time. So at the same time, this shape transferred into the Lite and the Tango and other badged up versions, and it would have run directly alongside of this as the more budget line before they just scrapped the lot. And sadly, this is probably one of the last nice actual Electroluxes that were designed to be good before they would have just descended into badge engineering ages until they became the sad shell of a company that we know them as today. Oh, isn't that sad? Bit of depression for this time of an evening. So hopefully these two, especially that bit, will be fixed up and work. Well, they do work, working better once more. And yes, that little Electrolux will have a Dyson cable, because why not? You can do what you like if it's your own vacuum cleaner. I'm game for doing whatever. And hopefully in the after video I shall have some very shiny machines to show you, and we can fit, I think this is the pack for that. I don't actually know what the difference is. I should probably check. Maybe is this for the Lite patch? I already confused because I thought he said he didn't actually give me any bags for the Lite. Oh, I think he did. Sweet. There we go. Not that we need to really have them in there before. So yes, we do have some nice bags. The filter, that's fine. We can cut a Miele filter to fit into there. And oh, there's two little doors. That's very strange. And yeah, that one will be lovely. And we can then fit some nice, genuine bags and filters to our Mondo and have that working really well too. So, shouldn't be too difficult. Well, we should see you soon with these, and look, they're both blue. How nice. Do you have either a Mondo or a Lite, or heck, have you pushed the boat out? And do you have both? I mean, I can't quite see why you need a Lite if you have a nice Mondo, but to be honest, you don't often see a nice Mondo anymore. They're out there. There's probably tons on Facebook Marketplace, 400 miles away from me as I speak. I think the Lite is a little bit more of a common machine. I don't know really, it's a nicer looking machine, but for daily use, you still can't beat a Mondo, especially now you can get nice HEPA bags for them. But let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I shall hopefully show you these spick and sparkling and lovely once more one day. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope we'll see you soon. Bye bye.